Okay, the YAS part of the install is complete. And before I really get going further with this install, I want to go over some important logs to take a look at. Now, if you're running into some trouble, and if it's your first time, maybe it'd be a good idea to tail some of these logs. But I would tail this Y2 log here. As you can see, I'll just less it to take a look at it. During the YAS piece, this will log pretty much everything that you're doing. So if you're at the top of the file, if we do a search for DC init, that's one of the main commands we can see. DC init, the provisioning tool, being ran where it's querying. Get back some information about your domain. We'll continue to look through it. So DC init is a good word to filter on. NDS-DC init also, which will also get the DC init, and also NDS-config. If you're having a problem with the eDirectory part, look in this file for NDS-config, and then from there kind of look through to see if there's any errors that stand out to you. So gives us setting up the xad.ini file, everything that's set up with it, how it's set up. Just gives us a lot of good information. So it's a good one to tail while you're actually doing the install. If you've got nothing else to do, tail the log. This is one of them. The other one is, besides the NDSD log, you might want to tail this one just to make sure that NDS eDirectory gets installed. If you're having a problem installing eDirectory in general, good log to tail these two logs. For DSfW, also this NDS-DC init.log. This is created when the YAST portion of DSfW is initiated, and will also be updated during the provisioning wizard. So it's a good log to tail the entire time. So as you can see here, this was our last piece that we see that we're able to combine or bind with the loopback address of 127.0.0.1. Remember before it had local host, and we would see that in this log actually, but it successfully was able to bind for an admin and update these entries for us. So we'll go ahead and tail that log, and let's prepare to tail this provision log. Now this log does not exist at this time, and any log that does not exist, instead of using the tail F or tail dash minus F, small f, if you do a capital F, that will allow you to wait until the log is created. So we'll keep listening for that log. When it gets created, you'll start to see it. So just some ideas for troubleshooting. Now, if you're interested, look for other logs that might be of interest to you for troubleshooting. On the helpful TIDs for DSfW, there's this, and here's the TID number if you're unable to find it. If you just Google helpful TIDs on DSfW or go to the Novell site, it'll be usually the first one that comes up. There's a TID right here called Important Log Files for DSfW. This is a great resource to look at as far as troubleshooting. So our Y2 log, again, this is a key one for during an install. That the NDSD log can be important. Schema, some of these other ones not necessarily. The NDSDC init log, like we talked about, that's a key log to look at. Your var log messages, that how could I forget that? Always has good information. So another good log to tail, and of course the provision.log. So that's what we'll be tailing next. So thought I'd just give you some information on that. Usually once the YAST piece is done, what I do is I will reboot the server, because when you go into YAST, if you don't reboot, you will not see this icon to start the provisioning wizard. So in the Open Enterprise Server section, all you'll really see, I think, is just the install and configuration. You won't see the schema tools or the DSfW provisioning wizard. On top of that, your paths aren't for like eDirectory, everything that's been installed that you need some paths exported. They're not done yet. If you reboot, that will take effect, and so then you'll have your commands to stop and start NDSD and to run DS repair, run any of the paths that need to be exported after an install of eDirectory in general, or any OES product. So I would recommend rebooting once you get done. So, and also patching. Right now, there's no new patches. The maintenance patch has not been released yet for OES11. It will be here shortly, but until then, don't worry about patching. But go ahead and get your configuration set up. So that's what we've got for this section. The next piece, we'll actually go through this provisioning wizard.